Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Mind, Body, and Heart Tarot Therapy. I'm so happy to sit with you today and do this reading for the month of July. So, it's a general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and my rising signs. I've pre shuffled your cards already. So, the reading being general, if it resonates, it resonates, and if it doesn't, then it just doesn't. It means it's not your reading. Don't try to make it fit. Take the messages that resonate with you and leave the rest. Alright, so let's see what is the energy for Scorpio. First that pops out is the Hierophant. What else do we have for Scorpio for the month of July 2019? Yeah, the reading is a bit late. Sorry about that, guys. It's one of those times when life just happens. Alright, so the second card was Seven of Wands. What else do we have for Scorpio July 2019? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I hope you are well, Scorpio. The Moon, I always pre-shuffle the cards before I start the video, and it's very interesting because as I was pre-shuffling, the Moon came out. And it came out into the reading as well. So I feel it's a strong message around the Moon. Let's see how that... Alright, and here we have the Ace of Swords. Yes. And bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Pentacles. Beautiful. Alright. So the Eight of Pentacles is your underlying energy. This is what we're working with. This is what you're working with this month. And these ones here are pretty much how the story or the energy kind of develops in order to work with this. What is it available to you to work with this? Which is, by the way, work. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay, let's draw some clarifiers before we even get into talking about this. So, what is the Hierophant here? We have the Two of Pentacles with the Six of Wands. Alright. And is the Seven of Wands here. Okay. And we have another Seven of Swords. Okay, I want one more for this, please. Why do we have these two sevens here? Seven of Wands and Seven of Swords. I don't usually do this, but I feel I need one more. And we got the Ten of Swords. Alright. What do we have for the Moon? Why is the Moon here? Three of Swords. Alright. What do we have for the Ace of Swords? Page of Pentacles. And bottom of the deck, to go along with your theme, is the Chariot. So the Chariot, which is another seven. Damn, Scorpio. You got 3 sevens in your reading. What you see this month of July has been challenging for all of us, and sevens are the card for spiritual challenge. So seems that you're being called upon really taking a closer look into what is it that you, I guess your spiritual self or your spiritual identity or whatever it is that you relate to in that sense. All right, let's see. So we have the underlying energy is the Eight of Pentacles with the Chariot. And the Eight of Pentacles is somebody who's really focused, who's very, very, like, he's focused on his craft, he's working hard, and he's enjoying this hard work. It's not one of those times when you overwork and it's crazy. It's just like when you're taking your time and you're perfecting your craft. It's having that real structure in terms of your physical reality, how you're showing up, what works for you. You already know what works for you, and there you go, you're like reaching your near perfection. You're building up that legacy, which you will find at the Ten of Pentacles, right? And with the Chariot, the Chariot is having the physical resources to go where you need to go. The Chariot is like a very focused energy, and you obviously have these resources, Scorpio, and you feel strong and you feel empowered and you feel, with a pure heart, like this guy. He's got this white square on his heart, and he's going out there for, he's leaving this city, which is the safe place, okay, and he's mastering both the the light and the dark. He's balancing, he's done the balancing act. The black sphinx is one of the sphinxes, I suppose the black one is supposed to be the devil, and the other one's supposed to be the temperance. So it's the things that are um the temperance is supposed to hold you back, and the devil is supposed to pull you forward through seduction or whatever, temptation. So this guy's been mastering all this and is making them work for him, right? You go all the physical resources, and you have a lot of like this stability on your physical world. It can be financial, it can be like, I don't know, just having really what you need. I'm gonna pull this up a little bit so I can all see it well. I have a feeling this is gonna be a long reading. I try to keep them short, but feels like there's a lot going on here, Scorpio. All right, so we have the Hierophant here with the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. These just came together, so I'm gonna read them together. And the Hierophant is all about beliefs. Is it what is it that you believe in? This is your current energy. This is where you're at right now, and you're probably like balancing out all these belief systems that you've been holding. You may be questioning yourself. What were your teachers? Where did you learn what you've learned? uh do you still believe in those things or not, or are these beliefs obsolete? Are your beliefs coming from a very rigid system? This guy is like very, he comes like from an institution, like from an institutionalized religion, or from institutionalized something, if it is like institution of the marriage or whatever. This guy seems to, when this can be a very rigid system. This is why I'm that is obviously recognized by most of the people. Got this guy like parading here in front of the others, and he's got the support and everything. But this guy here is juggling everything. He's juggling for the life of him. Look at the emotions, like the what's behind him there. He's juggling the physical world because he gives his emotions at a distance. At this point, he does cannot afford to feel, because it feels like crazy, and he needs to keep these balls in the air, right? So I think that what you're juggling here, as I said, is your belief system, and what is it that you believe in, what is like recognized by the society and all that. And that's a pretty tough one to work with, Scorpio, because as you know, um, society is very keen to judge. This is like kind of how we function as a society. We kind of think that we keep ourselves accountable or each other accountable if we judge each other, and we compare ourselves all the time with the other. And there's this whole peer pressure. If one does like this, if the majority is doing like this, then we all gotta do like this. And I feel that with the Hierophant here and with this Two of Pentacles especially, you're starting to go a little bit on the path less taken, or to at least look at it, you know. You're starting looking at it. And it's just like you seem to be find it necessary to hold your ground here. And you may really have to hold your ground a little bit, but not in the sense that defending. You may have to defend your belief system, your new belief system. You may have to defend this position of the juggler. Why do you juggle all this? Why do you put yourself all these questions? You're only going to make yourself unstable, is what people can say. Well, if you believe in this, this is a healthy thing to do every once in a while. Of course, it's not supposed to be a lifestyle, but questioning our belief system every once in a while is the healthiest thing we can do, because we keep ourselves updated and we keep ourselves in check. We're doing these reality checks. And yes, sometimes people can come at you and impose all this the, the beliefs of the majority on you, and you may have to like really stand your ground there. But this is a seven, so this is like a challenge that once you overcome this challenge, you will grow. Look at these ones here, they all have all these leaves growing out of them. So it's all a growth process. And you may actually have to defend yourself from yourself here. I know this sounds a little bit weird, but you got the seven of swords, which has to do a lot with self-sabotage, which has to do a lot with the imposter syndrome, like feeling that you are playing a role which you don't fully believe in. Well, it's time to look in and start believing in, seeing what you believe in and what you don't believe in, and also see how your like limiting beliefs are coming forward to sabotage you, and allow them to kind of go. The Ten of Swords is the shedding off of a skin, you know, when some of the defense mechanisms that we've employed in an early stage in our life, which were very much necessary at the time, they kind of become, those defenses start working against us at some point when they become obsolete, and we carry them with us. And though they were helping us in the past, now they don't. Now they really work to our detriment, and they're really good at hiding themselves and justifying themselves. And this is what like, because no, not part of us, we are very functioning very well much on the familiar, you know. Whatever is familiar is better than what is unknown. But it's okay. I mean, this is the whole growth process, and you know that already. You need to defend that belief system, the new belief system, the new knowledge that you gathered. And then I sometimes is being attacked by parts of your past, by these defense mechanisms that want to keep going and living. But you know, it's fine to let them go. And they it's gonna feel a little bit weird. It feels like a part of you is being killed or it's dying here. And it can feel like an internal struggle, and it can feel confusing as fuck with this the moon here and the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is got so many clouds in here and the rain, and it can feel really really confusing, and it's painful and everything. And the moon is a card of actually going inside and looking into the shadow. The moon is illuminating in the night. It's bringing like it's actually creating a lot of shadows when you have like a really bright moon on the sky, and you look around, is everything is like so. Seeing shadows in the night is quite impressive actually. But it's just to show you the shadows, but it doesn't really. It's not like the sun that reveals everything. It's just bringing enough light to see that there's shadows there. You still gotta go and see what's in that shadow. And with the Three of Swords here, I think there's these defense mechanisms come from a broken heart. They come from something in the past where, sometime in the past where you really suffered from love, from abandonment, and it's not just the loving relationship like partners, like loving partners or romance. It can be much earlier in your life with the most pure and direct concept of love, which we receive from parents, which we receive from our caretakers. If we feel rejected or if you feel abandoned, well, we're gonna start repeating those patterns over and over again because that's what's familiar, and we start like, when we're suffering from abandonment issues, we end up abandoning other people just so we don't get abandoned, or we end up like not getting involved much in any situations, or in anything that may have potential to groom any feelings of love, because we are afraid of that abandonment. So we just like don't allow ourselves to feel. um and that's really like, it may feel comfortable to not really get truly involved, or to or maybe the opposite actually. Sometimes we cling like crazy to whatever that comes into our uh path, whoever comes into our path, and then we become like crazily jealous or whatever, things like this, because it's that fear of abandonment. But we are attracting these partners over and over again, or we are attracting situations over and over again, because this is what we're familiar with. This is what kind of makes sense of my reality, because it justifies whatever rejection I perceived in the first place, which comes from like the caretakers, the primary source of love. And because when there's a very very profound saying which says that when parents abuse you, you don't stop loving your parents, you stop loving yourself. And goes the same with caretakers and everything else. And that abuse can mean neglect, can mean abandonment, can mean rejection of some sort. And okay, yeah, let's not go necessarily that far, because many of us are not that much aware of all these things. Some of them feel so trivial, and most of the time we actually forget most of this early trauma, but we end up repeating the particular patterns, and we don't know where they're coming from. It doesn't matter. We don't need to necessarily go there. What we do need to go is to seeing the pattern and letting that go, understanding, making contact with that part of me that is always looking for, say, unavailable people, or whatever it is that you've been doing here in order to defend yourself, which doesn't help you anymore. Now it's kind of like being illuminated here, and you're looking into the shadow, and you're starting to shed off that skin. And you do that based on the fact that you're starting like questioning your belief system, and start recognizing what is it that you've accomplished when you weren't coming from this place. And this is what you gotta defend here. You gotta stay strong into that energy where you are empowered, and where you know that you don't need these defense mechanisms anymore, and you know that you don't want to manifest and meet another, repeat the cycle over and over again, whatever it is that brought you here. And you by shedding off the skin, you're opening yourself up for a completely new, and there you go, new way at looking at things. When it's the swords energy, but it's like it's a deep insight, and it's something completely new. It's a new opportunity. It's a new cycle. This is where you're going with this. And there you go, you have the Page of Pentacles here, along with the kills and some Ace of Swords, sorry. And the pages are a little bit like the aces of the court cards, right? It's the beginning of a, it's the beginning of completely new opportunity. This is like earth energy. This is having to do with your physical reality. You see the beginnings of real opportunities that come from letting go of these cycles. And in this case, see, with the Ace of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, it's also saying that you are starting to see things differently with much more clarity. Ace of Swords is all about clarity. And, you know, it's the beginning of a new idea. It's the beginning of a new, maybe, belief system that you gathered from letting all these skins go. And the Page of Pentacles is also a reminder to like pay attention to your body right now, because you may have a lot of messages coming from your body. And clarity, again, clarity. You get much more clarity when you are in your body than when you're in your mind. When you're in your mind, you can like go round and round and round in circles, analyzing over and over again, and letting yourself being sabotaged by your mind over and over again. You know, you see, that's the Ace of Swords. That's like when you got clarity. When you not have clarity, when you're like all in your mind, where in a 10, you're like left out in the cold, lifted. It's like these are the cycles of the mind, and we need to go through this. We need to go through this. Actually, when I see this, the 10 of swords, even though it is a painful energy to be in, I'm kind of happy to see it, because it means growth. It means that finally this cycle is over. Finally, I'm open for new understanding, new learning, new insights. And that's where you're going. And this is actually an amazing reading with this. You are perfecting your craft. You are moving forward with the Chariot here. And you are ready to explore. You're ready to let go of all this shit that's been following you for a while now. And yeah, all is good. Well, there you go, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this message is being of help. If you resonate with it, please like, share, like, share, and subscribe. Sorry about it, guys. And I'll see you here next time.